back to day 17 of the 29-day face challenge. And a few days ago I said that I had drawn up several faces while watching TV, so that's what I did. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to play with my nail pastels today. These are made by Carsondcatslife. These are their oil pastels basically, okay? And I love to work with oil pastels. These are practically a brand new box, so they're not as soft enough yet, but I do love them. And oh yeah, I need a blending stump. I'll be right, oh no, here we go, I got one right here, but I need to clean it, so I'll show you how I do that. Let me find it. All right. If you buy a set for pencils and you get the tortillon or the blending steps, whatever you want to call them, it comes with this thing that's got sandpaper to it, and there's layers of sandpaper on this. So once this one gets, you know, pretty softened down, all you need to do is remove that strip. And then the tip is, you don't have to buy a new one of these. Just go out and get yourself some like medium abrasive, you know, medium weight sandpaper, and you cut them into strips and you restaple them to this. And then there you go, you have it. So you don't have to refill the whole block. So then I just grab it and I just go back and forth to get some of that excess residue off my tortillon. I just go around it. And this one, yeah, this one's not peelable. There are some that are the peeling kind that you can just peel a layer off and then it's clean, but this one isn't that. And these are great to have for when you're working with pencils, when you're working with oil pastels or chalk pastels, that kind of thing, something that you need to get in there. Your finger's also a good thing to work with. And as you can see, I'm filming a lot of this one day after another, you know, one day after another in one day. So I had been working on day 15, and so I still have the chalk from that. Anyhow, so I'm going to get started, and you know, sometimes we don't have to draw realistic faces. Sometimes it's fun to just work outside the box and come up with different shaped faces, and they don't have to be perfect. Just play, because that's how you learn, and that's how you develop your own characters. You can go by, you know, you can pick up some great techniques, painting techniques or watercolor techniques from other artists, but you gotta find your own niche, your own special characters. And that's what I like to do. I don't always like to make my characters look realistic. Because I taught children art, I have a very childlike mind when it comes to things where I still draw almost like I'm a kid still. So that is how I like to do it. Because some people get too serious with art. They think it's all about, you know, going to art school and getting, you know, formal training. You don't have to have formal training, okay? You don't. Alright, so I'm going to get started, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to start with a nail pastel, the salmon color. And I don't care if I'm going over certain details, because I can come back in and fix them later. So I'm coming in, and remember how I said I don't like to draw ears? Well, this is the only time I like to draw ears, is on characters that are not realistic, because I prefer to, yeah, then I don't have to worry so much about the ears looking perfect, you know, or near perfect or whatever. Plus, art's not supposed to be perfect, but some of us, like me, I have an issue with perfection. To me, everything has to look perfect. Everything has to look just right, and it's like, I'm learning. It's been a learning experience, and that's what I call my boo-boos in art, learning experiences, because they are. because then you learn from them and you go, well, maybe next time I won't be doing that, right? So I'm just lightly going in with it like this because I'm going to take either my finger, which I still have stuff on it. All right, so I'll be right back. I'm going to clean my fingers. I cleaned my fingers off so I wouldn't pick up any of the residue that I had on my fingers. And I'm coming in and I'm using my finger. And you kind of have to rub hard, and it kind of hurts a little bit. So sometimes I'll switch off, but right now it's okay because the friction on the paper actually does make your hand feel warm. And my blending stump wasn't exactly clean, but I'm not worried about it because I'm experimenting anyways with this little guy. Because I'm not quite done yet. I'm going to come in and I'm going to add some shading and things in here. So he's not done yet. This is just the start of this. And I love the nail pastels. They're not cheap, but they're really smooth. They're like butter. They work really well. I love working with these. I've worked with these since I was a child. When I lived in Switzerland as a child, because I lived in a village right outside of Geneva, Switzerland, and that's the headquarters for Carsondcatslife. And Carsondcatslife would donate boxes of nail pastels, of the colored pencils, and of the nail colors, the nail color tools. We got those as our crayons. Like here in the States, we get crayons. You know, a lot of the schools, you know, have the Crayola crayons. Well, it's different that in Switzerland, this Carsondcatslife donates the nail pastels, nail colors. Okay, so here I'm going to come in first. I think I'm going to add some shading first. So I could come in and just draw directly on it, or I could use my blending stump and just pick up some, scrape a little off the nail pastel like this and use it like a pencil. So I can get in with the finer lines if I wanted to. This one's not working very well today. There we go, it's coming in a little bit now. Or I can come in like with the darker lines right around his head. I could do that. I forgot to do his neck, and I'll come in and do his neck after. Okay, and definitely with an oil pastel, you are going to have to use a fixative of some sort when you're done, because otherwise it will smudge and smear everywhere. And yeah, so it is recommended that you do get some kind of fixative. So I'm going to take my blending stump, okay, or my finger, and I think I'm going to use my finger instead. And I'm just going to push my finger around to blend it in. That's why I don't have fingerprints hardly anymore. It's from all the rubbing, and yeah. You could use a cloth too if you wanted to. An old cloth or something that you're not too worried about getting dirty. I'm just going to go ahead with my Stabilo all and come in with that, and then I'll use a paint pen for his eyes. And what I like about the Stabilo all is because it does, you know, draw on everything. So It's nice to have because since oil pastels are oil, it's very hard to get acrylics sometimes, especially paint pens, to stick to the oil because you can ruin the nibs. So yeah, just a word of advice. Okay, and I'm going to leave that alone and that alone. Just wanted to outline his eyes a little bit. Just like that. And then I'm going to take this one. Posca pen. This one's starting to go out. There we go. And there you have it, guys. There's my little guy, my little character. I think he's kind of cute. Ugly cute in the ugly cute sort of way, huh? Well, I hope you enjoyed day 17. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you tomorrow for day 18. Thanks for watching. Bye, toodles. See you later.